So, you join me again from my German motor vehicle. Basically, I'm going to tell you today a little bit of the reasons why I bought the Golf R32. I mean, other than that, amazing VR6 engine. You've also got tons and tons and tons of comfort in this car. You've got really comfortable seats. You can stick it into sixth and you can just sit there at 40 mile an hour and just be absolutely comfortable. Like in the Subaru, you couldn't really do that. You couldn't really get into a position where you were comfy. It was quite uncomfy and it was really hot today. So that's like one of the reasons I chose the R32 is one, because of the, oh my god, the windows. One, because of the beautiful sounding VR6 engine. Two, because of the comfort. And when I sold the BMW, obviously if you've been around this channel long enough, you'll know that I had a BMW. When I sold that, I just felt like the Subaru was always missing something. And I know it sounds bad, because obviously I bought a Japanese car, I should have expected it, but I did really miss the comfort. I missed the cruise control, I missed all the mod cons, I missed every single thing about the BMW, even though it was a crappy 318 Ci 2-litre engine. It was comfy and it had a lot of mod cons that the Subaru just didn't, and I wanted that again, so I had to go German, because most newer Japanese cars only have that now and the old ones don't really have that. And on to another main reason why I had to eventually choose the Golf. I've been thinking about it for a while, which has been why there's no Subaru videos. Ollie's been doing his gas, which again we only have to apologise because there has been no videos for the last couple of weeks, and that is the overall reason why there's been no videos, is because I was making my decision about what car to get. Didn't really want to spend any more money on the Subaru because I knew I was kind of wanting to get rid of it, but I was kind of like 75-25, should I just keep it? Subaru wasn't really getting views on the channel, no one really liked it because it was a WRX, not an STI, and I just got sick of it in the end. So, a bit of the backstory is I have switched jobs. I used to work at a builder's merchant or tile shop, and then I've changed to being a bartender at a restaurant. So I just thought it was fine. Obviously rang my insurance up, told them that I've changed occupation, and they were like, fine, that's cool. So obviously I was still covered in the event of a crash and they found out I changed job, because you know insurance companies will do anything so they don't have to pay you out. And then I got a call, it was about a week later, I got a call saying the underwriter of my insurance, the underwriter that did my insurance with Adrian Flux, my insurance was with, have voided my policy because of my change of occupation, that they won't insure a bartender. I was initially really annoyed about it, but after some time to reflect, obviously I can see where they're coming from. Obviously being a bartender, you do late nights, and then basically I was having a chat with them and they were giving me no real option other than to cancel the policy, because the quotes they were coming up with were like 2.5-3 grand, and it's not the fact that I could even not afford it, it's the fact that I'm not paying that for a car that I was 75% sure about not keeping. And so they gave me 7 days to cancel my policy. I also had to pay a cancellation fee because I cancelled early, which is stupid. Like my refund did match the amount that my cancellation fee was, but it took over £100 in commission, which they keep because they sourced the policy, blah blah blah. And I had a word with their manager and got that fee down, so fair play to them, they're getting that little bit of fee down, but it was still really annoying. So they gave me, oh that was a big bump, so they gave me 7 days to basically find a new car, because I wasn't going to pay that on the Subaru, and any other policies I tried to take out were stupidly expensive as well. So whilst I was thinking about getting rid of the Subaru, I was looking at getting one of these beautiful Golf R32s. They are stunning cars to look at. Obviously with that double centre exhaust is a real thing that I love about cars, is dual exit exhaust. Now I will admit I did try a 350Z fell in love with it. Really lovely cars to drive, but I couldn't afford the insurance. For some reason, 350Z insurances have gone through the roof recently. A lot of young people were buying them. I had a chat with a few insurance companies about the 350Zs, and basically a lot of young people have been buying them and crashing them from obviously drifting. You've got 300 brake going to the rear wheels, well, I mean, what can you expect? And then obviously I went to this car. I kind of said to myself, what's 4-wheel drive, got decent amount of power, and looks really nice, and these came into consideration. Obviously the new Golf R came into consideration as well, but they're obviously like 10 grand to buy, like a 2010 one. So I picked this and I am very happy with it. It is a lovely car to sit in, it is a lovely car to drive. It's so much better than the Subaru in so many ways. The only thing that this doesn't have more than the Subaru is the Subaru is quicker, but the road isn't a racetrack and you don't always need speed. Like most of the time you're just sitting pooting around, and it's just a nicer place to sit, to be honest. Now, as far as modifications go, this car is completely standard. One of the main things that made me buy this particular one is it had a bill from like 2017 of like just over 2.5 grand, where basically all the suspension stuff was done and it had lowering springs fitted. So the only modification done to it is H&R, I believe 35mm lowering springs. So the ride is a lot stiffer than stock, and you can definitely feel that, and it does scrape. So I've had this car for about 5 days now, and I've been driving it semi-sensibly. Like obviously when I first got it, you've got to put your foot down a little bit to get those beautiful VR6 engine noises. The 350Z has got a really nice note as well, but it's too much like a trumpet, whereas this is obviously, I can't remember how it is. I think it's like a 15-degree angle rather than a 35-degree angle on the V6. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what it is. And it just makes a lovely noise. It's really raspy. It's still got the valves in the exhaust, so when you reach 3,500 RPM, it opens up a valve in the exhaust and obviously lets all those raspy exhaust notes through. And it just sounds incredible. The only downside, well, it's not really a downside, I knew I was getting into it when I bought the car, is it uses so much fuel. 3.2 litre V6, like I don't expect anything else. Like I've done 137 miles in it and I've had to put like 60 quid in it already. That's quite bad, but I have been playing around a little bit. I put my foot down, but it's addictive to hear that VR6 engine. But I currently am getting 24.3 miles to the gallon because I've been driving it to work, and obviously a bit more sensible now. It's just the overall package really. It's just so much better than the Subaru. And that's why I love it. Because the Subaru was always missing something. And it's like what he told me when I was looking at getting this car, like I was looking at changing cars. He literally turned to me and said, if you loved the Subaru, you wouldn't be looking at other cars. And he was right. I was looking at other cars. And I knew I had to get rid of the Subaru, because when you love a car, you don't necessarily look for another car to buy. Oh, what the bloody hell are you doing? Don't buy a car you can't drive. It's too big for you. It sounds so good. But yeah, that's kind of the reasons why I bought the R32. Nothing really much to say about it other than I hope you look forward to the videos to come. We've got plenty of mods to do on this car. Obviously, one of the first mods I think we're going to do is the flapper mod. If you look that up, it basically takes the valve out of the exhaust system, so you get the whole entire rev range is the raspy note. But yeah, I hope you did like this video. Sorry if it was a bit boring. I've got nothing better to do on my days off, so I thought I'd come out and give you a little video, you know, do that great content. And I hope you look forward to mods on the beautiful VR6 engine and the beautiful Golf R. So catch you later guys, see you on the next one.